You're about to tap into the digital marketing strategies that separate thriving law firms from the ones struggling to keep up. Join James Campbell as we break down the roadblocks holding your practice back and reveal the insider tactics attorneys are using to scale past 7 figures. From cutting-edge digital marketing tips to exclusive interviews with industry leaders, we're giving you the playbook to attract higher-quality clients, dominate your market, and build a firm that runs like a growth machine. Your next breakthrough starts now. This is the Marketing Lawcast.
Welcome to part 1 of this 2-part series on building authority online and why authoritative firms win all the best clients. Today I'll cover the importance and technical aspects of SEO and online authority. In part 2, we'll hear from real-life clients as they share their data and what their increased authority has done for their practice and for their revenue. Guys, today we're going to break down how top-ranking firms dominate on Google, okay? How they attract the best clients and consistently grow their revenue and grow their practice. So if you want better leads, you want higher quality leads, then my friends, you are in the right place. Let's go ahead and get into today's training. Let's start with the simple fact that, guys, SEO is how clients find you. Nearly 7 out of 10 online interactions begin with an online search on Google. And if your firm is not showing up, then your competitors are getting those leads. Today, we're going to talk about how we change that, okay? I mean, I think all of us know the layout of Google search, the local service ads at the top, your paid search, you got your map pack, and you have your organic down below that, okay? Understanding Google's page 1 is very key, okay? You've got your paid ads at the top, your map pack in the middle, your organic search results, but 84% of all clicks go to just these 7 listings, the map pack and the top 3 or 4 of the organic results. If you're not ranking there, then you're missing out on all of the best prospects. So it's not just about the cool fact that you rank on Google, but this is where all of the best leads are. So we're going to get into this, okay? Ranking in these spots, it shows your authority and it builds trust. People know that ads are paid for, okay? And they know that if you show up in these other areas, you've earned those locations. So consumers trust firms that rank organically because they've earned that position. Unlike the ads that are just paid for, anybody could be there. This means that the highest quality leads, they're clicking on the authoritative listings, not the ones marked as sponsored. Now, running ads can be a great way to get in the mix, right? Start trying to play in this field because all of the clicks are going, all of the best leads and the eyeballs are going to these listings, the map pack, the top 3 in the map pack, and the top 3 or 4 in the organic listings, okay? So, does SEO really matter? Guys, here's what SEO is intended to bring for you. More qualified leads, higher conversion rates, authority online to command a premium fee, and consistent lead flow. Guys, ranking higher isn't just about visibility. It's about attracting better clients. It's about closing more leads and changing what you're worth. Let's talk about how we make that happen, okay? So first off, why are some leads better than others? Guys, not all leads are created equal, just like not all attorneys have the same skill set. Some clients are ready to hire immediately, while others waste your time and never commit. So to grow your firm efficiently, you need to focus on attracting the right kinds of leads, those people who are serious, who are motivated, and are willing to pay for expert legal guidance. So think about it this way. Would you rather spend your time with somebody who's actively searching for the best estate planning attorney to protect their family and their assets, or someone who just wants free information? The key is learning to attract and identify the best leads and filter out the bad ones, okay? Guys, there are essentially 4 types of leads. And you're going to encounter all of these within your practice, okay? But we can sort of swing the marketing in such a way, swing the positioning of your firm to attract the better ones. So there's 2 types of buyers and there's 2 types of non-buyers, okay? So the 2 types of buyers, these are prospects who can and will hire you, okay? The first type are your buyers in pain. Guys, these are the clients that have an urgent legal issue and they're ready to act, they're ready to buy. You have your buyers in power. These are clients that need your service, but they require some education or convincing. And then we have our two types of non-buyers or prospects who will never buy. They're never going to become a client. The first are your tire kickers or your looky-loos, and they waste your time, ask endless questions, and often pretend to be serious buyers. They pretend. Then you have your nays, I call them. You're not applicable. They're easy to identify. They want something that you just don't provide. Guys, if you can identify these types of leads early on and focus your marketing to speak to the types of leads that you want the most, kind of format your consultations for those types of people, you'll start working with people who are actually worth your time. Let's get a little bit deeper into the buyers, okay, the types of buyers. And first, you have your buyers in pain. And these are the best leads. These are the dream clients. They've already identified, they've self-identified a big issue, whether it's a legal problem or a personal issue, and that it needs solving. Maybe it's a recent dementia diagnosis. It could be a family dispute over assets or an urgent need for Medicaid planning. They've recognized that they have a need, okay? And they come to you ready to explain their situation and be completely honest because they want an expert to fix it, okay? Most importantly, they have an immediate need and they're ready to hire. They're not shopping around. They're looking for the best attorney to solve their problem, somebody that they can trust. They want the result. That's the big thing. And the best part is the price is not an issue for them. When the pain is high enough, okay, when the pain is high enough, they're willing to pay a premium for the right attorney who can take control, who can fix the problem and give them that confidence, okay? Now let's compare them to the buyers in power. These are maybe like your on the fence type of leads. These leads, they still need estate planning or elder law, whatever, but they minimize the urgency of the problem. Or maybe they kind of push it to the back burner. They don't want to really talk about what the big issues are, but they know that there's a thing there. They may say things like, my kids get along great. They'd never fight over the estate, We've been thinking about this for a while. We really ought to get it done, but still alive today, right? They need help clarifying their pain. So for some of these folks, you've got to educate them on the potential risks. You've got to educate them and help them understand the consequences of delaying action. But they are a potential buyer, okay? The leads that want to buy, but they just need more convincing, a lot of times they're going to ask surface level questions, okay? The buyer in power will ask things like, well, how much does it cost? Or can you explain the process to me? Or what's the difference between a will and a trust? Like they'll ask these surface level questions. However, unlike buyers in pain, price is still a consideration for them. So if we stick with these surface level issues and we talk about, this is what it costs, or here's exactly what the process is, it's not going to build the right value with them, okay? So I'm not trying to get too deep into sales here, but we've got to help clarify the dream and clarify the problems with these buyers in power, okay? Which means we have to ask them questions to help them get to a point where they're ready to buy, all right? So the buyers in pain, they're self-identified, they're coming in, they want help, they're going to tell you the honest truth. When you ask them questions, they're going to give you the answers. Why? Because they want the best possible outcome. The buyers in power, they may ask surface level questions, but when you ask them some questions, they'll relent. They'll give you the information because they too are a potential buyer and they want the best possible outcome. They just need some help along the way. But now let's take a look at your non-buyers, okay, your two types of non-buyers. And the first type is a tire kicker, okay? They're what I would call the fake buyer, okay? Tire kickers pretend to be buyers in power, but they will never close, okay? They disguise themselves as serious prospects, but you'll notice some key red flags, okay? One, they ask excessive questions, way more than necessary. They bring up price early and repeatedly, and they're focused on cost and not the quality, okay? They tell you they're shopping around. They'll say things like, well, I'm meeting with a few other attorneys, right? Or I'm talking with another law firm already about this. They won't make a decision. They keep delaying and asking for more information. And when you ask a question, they won't want to answer honestly. They'll give you the runaround. They'll say that you're getting too personal for them. They'll get defensive when you ask them a question. And their biggest barrier is price. They want as much for free as they can. They don't want to pay. They're milking for information. These leads cannot afford your service, or they're simply just unwilling to pay. They're looking for free advice or the absolute cheapest option. They will waste your time. They will exhaust your energy and still never move forward. And the faster you recognize them, the better. Okay? Then you have your nays. You're not applicable. They're easily identified. They want something that you don't provide. Okay? And we can identify those folks pretty easily. Maybe they need a criminal defense attorney, or they need a business contract written up, or somebody who just does DIY estate plan. They're trying to, get things done as without you actually being involved in the process. Whatever the case, they're not your ideal client, okay? The best thing to do is just politely refer them elsewhere. But in the context of SEO, which leads would you prefer? Which leads do you want? We want the buyers in pain, right? Those are the folks that we want coming through the door, okay? The clients that recognize your expertise, they trust your authority, and they're ready to move forward. Or do you want the tire kickers, the ones that waste your time, beat you up on price, and never commit? Because the answer is clear. You want the best leads, the buyers in pain. You want the clients that respect your authority, trust your expertise, they're ready to hire you, they'll pay a premium fee. And guess where the buyers in pain go when they search for an estate planning or elder law attorney? Guys, they click on the top ranking firms on Google. So if you want those high quality leads, you've got to focus on SEO. So in this next section, we'll show you exactly how to position your firm as the authority on Google so you attract the buyers in pain and stop wasting time on these bad leads, okay? Guys, the data tells us that the best, most motivated buyers in pain, they click on these authoritative listings. This is where they go, okay? Let's talk a little bit about a client of ours, and we'll talk about Phil in just a second here. But what does an authoritative firm that ranks high and is in those? If we're back here, if we're in these spots where we're in the Google Map Pack and we're in the top listings organically for, if not all, but most of the keyword searches in our area, what's that lead to? Guys, it leads to consistency in lead flow, clients that trust the firm's authority, motivated clients with real reasons to hire. We're attracting those buyers in pain, the ability to support a premium fee for your plans. We get great reviews online because those buyers in pain, when you help them, they're grateful. They have gratitude. They leave glowing reviews. They make referrals. And that leads to a great reputation and consistently increasing revenue, okay? That's the big thing, consistently increasing revenue, because it's that baseline of the highest value clients coming through consistently month after month when you're focused on SEO. Now, what happens when you don't rank in those areas, or you're not making a dent in those keywords? You're not showing up for any of those searches. Well, or you're down low. People are going in the depths to find you, okay? Or they're finding you through some other method. That leads to prospects with no money. Prospects that immediately ask about the price, or tire kickers. Prospects that take forever to decide, or that grill you with questions over and over. Or they tell you they're talking to other law firms. They're straight up, hey, you got to give me your best price, You got to try to beat out these 4 other law firms in terms of price. Can you beat them on price? They'll say things like that. They'll believe that you just charge way too much. Or it'll force you into a reliance on referral relationships or pay-per-lead systems like Legal Match. where you have to pay to get people to come into your office. Guys, that's not the position that we want to have you in, okay? We want to have you in that authoritative position, attracting the buyers and paying. That wraps up part 1 of Building Online Authority. Be sure to catch part 2 of this series, where real-life clients share what increasing online authority has done for their practice and their revenue, on the next episode of the Marketing Lawcast.
That's a wrap on this edition of the Marketing Lawcast. Thanks for joining us. Head over to imsrocks.com. If you're ready to skyrocket your firm's marketing, don't hesitate to book a free strategy call with our team right on our website. Here's to your success.